the flag hoisting right now, and it was very amazing feeling because on this day, every 15 August, we celebrate with pomp and show. But first of all, we have to know why and how we celebrate it. So first question is why. We have to reply it why we celebrate 15 August actually, because as long as we know the meaning of celebration of anything, well, we can celebrate it beautifully and with more pomp and show and with more joy. So the reason we are going to discuss it first today, that on this day India came independent from the rule of a British. Okay, see, everyone knows that. Usually, if you even ask to the child, he will say that yes, on this day, our India got freedom from the Britishers. That's why we celebrate it. But what's the reason why we celebrate it? How it became slave to Britisher? First of all, we have to know the background story of this event, and we will know about it today. And after that, we'll have the party inside. So first of all, let me tell you that how the slavery started. The reason you may have know about Vasco da Gama. Do you know about that? Yes. Do you know about this person? Yes. Actually, he came to India and with the purpose of business in India. Okay, and he entered to the Calicut through the sea route, and he met the king of Kerala, and he requested for the business. But his proposal was declined first, and then again he attempted after 2 years, and he got successfully given the permission of the business, and he started doing business from there. And after that, the different countries like Dutch, Portuguese, and some other countries also came. And after that, the Britisher came to India. Okay, and within these struggles, they fought against each other to set their power struggle in India. And finally, Britisher came as like the powerful among all the competencies. Like if we talk about the Portuguese, if we talk about the Dutch and other countries, Britisher showed themselves to be the powerful among them, and they started establishing their business. First of all, they visited to the court to the Jahangir, and they requested for the business, but the Jahangir first of all declined. Jahangir declined that we will not allow you for the business, but continuously they started pursuing and finally got the permission for the business in India, and they started their business in India in different part of India, like in Bombay, in Patna, in Mysore, and there are so many other parts of India. And slowly by slowly and gradually they established themselves to be like the powerful businessman, and somewhere they engaged all the people in their works, and slowly by slowly they got the power of a business. And after that, they started looking for the power of politics, because they knew that without the power of politics it's not possible to conquer and to start ruling over the India. So they started seeking to gain the political power, and they started taking part in Indian politics. And slowly by slowly they gained the power, and after that they started their like bad rules, and they started molesting, and they started assaulting all the Indian citizens. And finally, they made the Indians as a slave and continued to rule approx 100 years. And after that, when India, the people got completely fed up with the power of Britishers, after that the legions of India started raising their voice against the Britishers. And finally, the long power struggles and the long fights against the Britishers, finally Indian legions and Indian freedom fighters got the freedom from the Britishers. And now that's the reason we are celebrating the 15th August on this day, because on this day our India got freedom. So again and again on this day, when we'll be going to celebrate next time on this day, 15th August, we will again have to remember that why we became the slave of Britishers, why we became the slave of outsiders. And after that, we will try to consolidate ourselves so that no other country ever can make us slave again. So hope that you guys will also try, because let me tell you, there are strategies they actually applied on India to rule over the India. Unknowingly, they followed the tricks of a Chanakya. Chanakya, actually one of the greatest strategists and the political, you can say, analyst, you can say, at that time. Chanakya said that Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. In the same way, Britishers also applied the same things on India and they got the power over Indian people. So, how Britishers used it? First, as I told you that when Britishers visited to India, they first of all visited the court of Jahangir and they requested for the business. Means they applied the persuasion. Means they requested again and again. Firstly, they have been declined that no, you will not be allowed for the business. But again they tried, and after that, finally they got the permission of business. Second rule, second strategy they implemented, that is actually dam. Dam means actually bribery. In Hindi we say goose, and we already know that how bribery works in every part of India, in every offices in India. We already know that even the impossible work can be possible by giving bribery in India. Actually, even if you go to passport office, if you go to the local, government offices, everywhere you will have to pay money, and by paying some amount of money you can get your work done very easily. So the second thing they implemented as a strategy, that means they started bribery you know to Indian people. And then third, here, that is called as divide and rule. We know that our India was flourishing at the time of Mughals. Our India was flourishing at the time of Chandragupta Maurya. And at those time, if I talk about, India was very beautiful and powerful by finance as well. You can say that India was an evergreen country at that time. But how Britishers, they destroyed India by implementing these strategies. As I told you, Sam, Dam, and Dand. Dam means, as I told you, that the bribery, and Dand means punishment. Punishment, like those who will follow the rules of British, they will make like as their partners. They will treat them as a friends. But who will go against the Britishers, they will punish them. So they started punishing Indians. And as I told you, that it means to break them, to break their unities. Because we quite often say that India is a powerful country because here is unity in diversity. India is a diverse country where the lots of religions are here, and we are having the most and maximum cultures and the religions, and we can say that one of the best country in the world. India is one of the best country in the world because we have so many reasons behind it. One of them is unity in diversity. Diversity in unity. You can say that there are diverse religions are there, but even then we are living together, we are living happily and peacefully. We can say that this is the power of India. And Britishers, they understood this, and that's why they started dividing the people, like fighting Hindu to Muslims and fighting Sikhs to Christianity, and they started like making conspiracy among these religions, and they made the people fight among each other. And that's the reason our India got weak slowly by slowly, and Britishers got the power. So we have to believe for the next time that all these things, we will not let it happen again, because these were the weak points. They focused the Britisher and they took the advantage of Indian action. Have you got it? Yeah. So the points that we are learning from here today is Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. As Britisher applied on us, we will not let others apply upon us, because these days, if we talk about the leaders, they are implementing the same rules on us. Like they are dividing into Hindu Muslims and some like Sikh Christianities. They are organizing fight among us, and that's the reason we are being divided slowly by slowly, and we are not taking we are not like raising our voice for our own rights, because we have forgotten. We have become busy to in the fights of Hindu Muslim and on unnecessary things. That's the reason. So we have to be united first thing, so that we can gain the power and we can raise the voice against the exploitation, against the problems that we are facing today. So it's enough. I think you got the point. What I have said to you. Have you got the point? What I said to you? Yeah. So you will remember the next time. remember the point what I said you. Now you can get inside of the class and we'll have some celebration inside of the class. Okay, thank you.